On the Monday following Jesus' triumphal entry into the city of Jerusalem, he comes back to worship in the temple. Now, there's a lot of things that are happening on this day in particular. We know from the Synoptic Gospels, all four Gospels, that Jesus came in and actually overturns the tables. He's very angry as he comes into the temple because of the corruption that was taking place. Well, why is it so significant? And in particular, we see this really amazing story here in Matthew that Jesus curses a fig tree. What is Jesus doing as he comes back into the city? Hi, I'm Adam Miller, the host of Songtime Radio and the president or the pastor of South Chatham Community Church. And today we're going to be looking at the daily readings of Holy Week. We're looking at the Gospel of Matthew, and in particular this story where Jesus curses a fig tree. It's a very unusual story in this narrative, and yet it is incredibly significant. Now, Matthew, unlike the other Gospels, wants to have an encapsulated story where Matthew explains that it all happened as though it was in one day. In fact, we see from the other Gospels that it was actually spread out through a couple of days, Monday and Tuesday. As Jesus walks into the city, he's hungry, he sees this fig tree, he goes up to it, and he finds that there's no fruit, although it's full in leaf. We even see in the Gospel of Mark that it wasn't the season for figs. And Jesus is upset with the tree, so he curses it. The disciples notice it and see that the tree has withered and died. And in this account, Jesus is painting a picture, a real story of the picture of Israel, who had missed the whole point of who Jesus really was. While we saw on the study yesterday in the triumphal entry that the people were worshiping him, even then they didn't quite know who Jesus was or what he had come to do. But here, Jesus curses the fig tree, a picture of Israel, and shows that the people had missed an opportunity to recognize Jesus for who he was. This actually leads into three unique parables, all of which show that the people were missing the point of who Jesus was. They had actually gone out of their way to reject Jesus and even would ultimately call for his death. Matthew is painting a picture for us to show us how easy it is to reject somebody who offers a way of hope that is very different than what we expect. I invite you to join with us in further reading this text here in Matthew chapter 21 and 22 so you can see with your own eyes as Jesus is exposing our own hearts to deny the truth even when the truth is plainly right before us. So follow along with us, see the links below, and join with us all week long as we continue our way through the final week of Jesus.